Hello, my name is Kimberly Wilson of Tranquility Du Jour, and welcome back to another episode of Tea with Kimberly. So, I wanted to talk about the idea of getting grounded. You know, those times when you have so many emails coming through, and your phone's ringing, and your dog's barking, and Amazon's buzzing, or whatever it is, and you're just like, oh my gosh, mama needs a moment. So sometimes we just need to get grounded, especially when there's just so much going on and we can feel like we're everywhere but here, right? Everywhere but present. So one of the things that I like to do is just like a big inhale, exhale. Right. Just like, oh my gosh, sometimes you need to do that a few times, right? And to think about, okay, get into the body, get into the body as quickly as possible. So a few ways to do this is one is of course, the big breath that I just mentioned, and maybe quite a few of those. Number two is a mindful check-in. So a mindful check-in is where you pause and you're like, okay, what's going on for me physically right now? Do I notice heat, coolness, tightness, openness, tingling, numbness, whatever, right? There's no judgment. You just notice physically what's going on. My chest feels really tight or hot, particularly if you've gotten some upsetting news. So just hitting that pause button and notice physically what's going on. And then where are you emotionally? See if you can name that feeling: sadness, rage, joy, elation, overwhelm. So tapping into what is the emotion that's going on for me right now? And then mentally, where are you? Are you in this moment? Are you in this experience? Or are you concerned about what's going to happen next? Or are you reminiscing on something that happened previously? So to get grounded, see if you can really come into the present moment. So into the physical body, the emotional body, and the mental body. Another practice that is quite helpful for me when it comes to getting grounded and dealing with overwhelm is to journal write. So I love to just grab my journal and spend some time with it, just writing what is going on, what am I feeling, what am I experiencing, what's on my mind, what am I concerned about, what am I going to do with this, right? So that can be a really, really helpful tool. Another thing is to repeat a mantra, something along the lines of, I'm going to be okay, or it's going to be okay, or I don't know the answer yet, right? So it's just like, how can you come to this place of talking kindly to yourself and reminding yourself that you'll get through this? Another technique that I find quite helpful, in addition to breath, mindful check in, journaling, mantra, is also to just hit the pause button and practice stop. STOP. Stop, take a breath. O, observe what's happening. P, proceed with awareness. So this will just help you hit the pause button and you're like, all right, stop. Take a breath. Right? O, observe what's happening. And P, proceed with awareness. How do I want to handle this mindfully and intentionally moving forward? All right. And one other thing that I always find useful when it comes to getting grounded is to move the body. So even just some gentle stretching, right? Extending the arms up, interlacing those hands, taking gentle side bends, maybe even some gentle twists. You can do this in your chair. You can do this without much disruption. And just getting into the body and just allowing yourself to feel it. Also, shift your physical location. So sometimes it's like you've been sitting here in front of the computer for hours and you're like, oh my gosh, I am just like a mess, right? So get up, move the body, get outside, go into the kitchen, get some tea, whatever it is that just might help kind of shake things up energetically for you. Right. So I hope these tools are helpful as you think about, how do I get grounded in the moment, right? Whatever we need it most, so that we're less reactionary and we're more in touch with our bodies, our breath, and what we need most in that moment. All right, so I hope this is helpful. And thank you for joining me for another episode of Tea with Kimberly.